late.
I'm sorry.
Don't give me that crap. You were slacking in that studio when you were singing today, if you can call it that.
Well, at least we finished recording the album.
You sounded like shit. You gave me a double case of embarrassment.
I didn't.
Deeply cinematic, just really moving moments, especially when the title is spoken. The child leaning over, whispering his name in one of those tender, sweet moments where it feels like time stops. And it really did have that gravity in the piece as well. It's those defining moments where change happens. And it was so lovely that we got to invest in the depth and despair due to the excellent commitment of both characters and the depth and the gravity of the situation, then to have that switch to the possibility for a new tomorrow, to rewrite the story, to break the cycle. And I think there's something lovely about the waters as well as something purifying as a symbol, or the changing of the tides. I thought this was really brilliantly done, so well acted and deeply committed to in both the harsh beginnings and the hateful aggression, then to that softening of the heart, the breaking of the shell. That was really lovely.
I think you do a really great job of portraying struggle and human emotion and human interactions in this drama in a way that was really creative, and it didn't take an easy way out. And I think of showing like more violence or anything. I think you do a great job like heightening emotion without taking it to that next level. And I really do appreciate that, because that's a sign of good writing and good acting, and not having to rely on such like a snap moment, basically spoon feeding the audience. I think you do a great job of that. Yeah, like I said, I think this was really well written. I think this was really well acted. I think it was a beautiful drama. It was very creatively done, very deep, very profound, and it did a great job of showcasing, you know, the emotions of humanity. I know that sounds kind of dumb, but I think you do a great job of doing that in a way that isn't hacky. So I'm very, very impressed with this piece.
Strong, intense moments in the beginning of this short film, very emotional. I think of it as a gift that this daughter found herself pregnant and needing to leave the situation of the relationship with her and her father in a professional manner. The reunion 3 years later was wonderful. Seeing him change his mind about being around her and wanting to be back in a relationship with her. And that was a twist to me, because she must have felt safe to bring her child in the presence of this man that she hasn't seen in 3 years. That's her dad. Beautiful cinematography on the beach, a hazy sky, great for photography, and it suited the tone, which was a little bit sad because there's been so much time gone by, but there's some hope because the grandchild is still young and the child endears himself to the grandfather, which is a sweet scene.
It felt like there was going to be some kind of explosion of him like going into some abuse with her, but it never happened. So it kind of left me wanting more in a way. I'm glad it didn't happen in hindsight, because it's too easy to go there. I think this showed a different aspect, maybe after all of that. And it just showed her standing up for herself and what she wants for her life and having to struggle. You just know she probably had a lot of struggle along the way. And then we jump to, you know, later on when she's already had the child. And I love the fact that he was able to come with her. And I love seeing him look out the window and kind of come to terms with it on his own for a second, which helped me because I kind of did want to see a little bit more of how he got to where he was in this future, you know, from where we started. I wanted to see a little bit, maybe even a scene of like where he was now, but I think him looking out the window and just kind of having a minute to see her before she got to the door was probably enough. I think he had softened a little over the years, I think. And so it was really cool that he was able to go and enjoy some moments, genuine moments. And at the end, you just had this, for me, I just had this like hopeful feeling that these people are now going to have a nice, family, probably not without a lot of struggle, but they've reconnected. And I think it's hopeful ending. And I really love that. And these actors are definitely very professional and good at what they do. And had really strong individual characters.
Strong and just touching piece. Just good human drama. You can almost never go wrong if it's presented and portrayed right, which it absolutely is in this one. Through really strong writing, excellent direction, and just some really good, strong performances. Everyone, both talent and the crew, just really is at the top of their game in this one. It's just a good story. Told really well and just executed really well.
I really liked the cinematography and the editing. I liked from the opening shot. I was like, "Oh, this cinematography is built to create a tone and to evoke a feeling, to put us in the character's perspective." And I think it did that effectively and creatively. Um, I thought the writing was great. The concept was great. It definitely hit you in an emotional place.
I just thought it was so beautifully done, and it also made a great contrast with the first half of the short film. And I think that helped with the character's arc. I did find myself really curious about the daughter's motivations as a character, both in the first half and the second half, and how that changed. But overall, I think it definitely has a groundwork for a really interesting exploration into these characters' relationships with each other.